Hi, my name is Gabby, and welcome to my Pecha Kucha presentation of my fitness journey today. This has been one of the hardest but most rewarding journeys I've ever embarked on. It has certainly had its fair shares of ups and downs, but I'm glad to say there has been a lot more ups than it has been downs. My fitness journey starts back in 2013. I was a single mother of three beautiful babies. Motherhood was my main priority, and I rarely took time to take care of myself, either physically or mentally. Most often than none, I was always drained, but I knew as a mother I had to keep pushing forward for my children. No time to stop and worry about myself at all times. Unfortunately, this took a toll on my body. That same year, I ended up in the hospital after having a transient ischemic attack, or TIA for short, also known as a mini stroke. I was only 25 years old at that time. I could not understand how this could happen to me as young as I was. But on the plus side, I managed to recover rapidly from this. After suffering my TIA, I continued to spiral downwards. I suffered from depression and constant migraines. I never seemed to catch a break. Constantly, I felt like the world was on my shoulders because I suffered alone. I never shared my suffering with anyone, and I seemed to fall deeper and deeper into a hole, seeking no way out of it. Then one day, I just got the courage and told myself that I must do something now. I knew I was the one that needed to make the change if I wanted to see any kind of change in my life. Most importantly, for my children, because during my dark times, our relationship started to crumble, and that hurt the most. So I buckled down and decided it was time to start now. Then one day, in the beginning, I had no clue or idea of what it meant to start a fitness journey. My plan at the moment was to lose weight and get healthy, without no real idea on how that was going to happen. I just winged it and started the boring old cardio, with running every day in hopes of becoming healthy. Running eventually burned me out. I saw no progress or no real passion for it, so I decided to join a workout group. I hoped that working out with others with the same intention and goal as mine would motivate me to keep me going. It seemed to be working in the beginning, but this felt like it was just not what I was really looking forward for. So I welcomed yoga into my life. This is where I started to make the connection between my inner self and my body. The purpose of my fitness journey was slowly making sense to me. I was learning how to connect my mind, my body, and soul in what made me. I really enjoyed this space of my life. It created that connection that I was so desperately missing. I eventually decided to look to something else that would help me seek my full potential. I invested in a whole new weight set in hopes of taking my workouts to a new level. Although I was a newbie at this, I was really excited to start weightlifting into my life. This is where I also started to really buckle down in researching from forms, techniques, and nutrition. I knew that if I really wanted to start and make change, I would need to reinvent myself from my regular old routine in a whole new way. I learned the purpose of eating wholesome foods and the benefits it would provide me during my workouts. I was learning at this point that food was fuel, and I should use it as such. Fueled the body. Most often than not, my car also looked like this. Staying hydrated was another important goal of mine in this journey. My children would often complain to me of why I kept empty bottles in my car and not just throw them out. But I would clean my car out on a daily basis, and it would just usually restock on the car floor every day because I consume water daily. After being on this fitness journey for several months, I finally started to see results. Not only physically, but mentally. I started to notice that I would smile more, enjoy being outside, and the headaches were almost non existent. I started loving this feeling and everything that was happening within me. I became grateful for everything that was happening into my life. I was able to enjoy my children more now. They received the best of me, and I knew that was only the beginning because there was more yet to come. Being able to relate myself and being grounded felt amazing, and I just wanted more. And that's where I really started enjoying it. So after a couple years in 2016, my little family grew plus one. This was a whole new game changer for me because my new addition was born via C-section. So I felt that I would be starting back at square one after a major surgery like that. But still, my gratefulness and happiness were through the roof at this moment in time. After a couple months of recovery, I decided it was time to get moving again. I started to incorporate my baby into my workouts to make it easier for me to still be a mother and work on myself as well. I kept telling myself, no excuses, as a daily reminder to keep pushing. because I knew I had come this far along already. That same year, I decided that if I was serious about being able to provide for my children, why not do it by doing something that I grew a passion for? So I enrolled in Bryan University to start really learning what it meant to be a personal trainer, to help people, most importantly, mothers like myself that needed that push. In the beginning, I really didn't know what I was getting into. I said, it's just school, learning about fitness. Boy, was I ever so wrong. I had to buckle down and study and soak in all the information that was given to us in a short period. But I managed to get into my groove, and I found this was my niche. I would have never set off to run or compete on my own because in the beginning, I just felt I wasn't cut out for it. I was just winging it through the education, I learned how to train myself properly for competitions, like this one. I came in overall top female runner in a 10K. Education is power. This is a whole new ballgame for me. I again became in love not only with myself but life. This fitness journey has opened up a whole new door of opportunities for me. I would have never imagined that myself would be in such position. I am forever grateful for this start in this journey back in 2013. Today, I am at the happiest and healthiest I've ever been. It has been a rough journey, but I do not regret taking that first step into it. Today, I stand a strong person physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I'm excited to say this is not the end for me. This is my motivation, my 4 beautiful children. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.